The 2021-22 regular season continues tonight with an out-of-region opponent coming to the Cougar Den. The Cougars have lost 5 straight to the Central Hardin Bruins, but this is a different team and a different look. Central Hardin comes in very similar, returning a lot. It'll be a matchup between two of the top from the third and the fifth. And a good evening and welcome here to the Cougar Den for the second time here in the 2021-22 regular season. Sam Gormley with you here, so we appreciate you taking the time to tune in here on K105 and K105 Digital Productions. It's the Grayson County Cougars and the Central Hardin Bruins. Coming up on our locker room show, we're going to introduce you to both the Cougars and the Bruins. We're going to talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Travis Johnston, and give you tonight's starting lineups. That comes up and more right here on K105.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS, or older.
Future Designs, your complete home building and remodeling center.
Future Designs has everything you need from design to delivery and everything in between.
From traditional home and building construction materials to the metal roof and siding division, you'll find it at Future Designs.
Quarter paint is also available at Future Designs.
Start at the foundation of any project and work your way up with Futures.
You'll find the product, service, and advice needed for a strong structure.
There's a reason they call it the builder's choice.
Find out why at Future Designs on Quarry Road in Leitchfield.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19, and that means calling ahead instead of going directly to a doctor or hospital if you're sick. It means being more patient. We're all in this together, and we all have a role in preventing the spread. So, prepare, focus on the essentials, protect, keep some space from people outside your home, and disinfect a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
We, the people, are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. Grayson County and Central Hardin getting close to getting underway. We're about 20 minutes away from tip-off here in this evening's contest. Central Hardin, first game of the season is tonight. Last season, 4-14 record. They ended with a loss in the 17th District semifinals to John Hardin. Of their 14 losses, though, 6 were by 4 points or less. So that record can be a little bit misleading when you look into it. Team was second in the 5th region and 23rd in the state in 3-point percentage last season. Bruins were picked as the 4th best team in the 5th region by the Cat's Paws. They were second in the 17th district. Leading returning scorer for Central Hardin is Hayden Ash. He's averaging 12.2 points per game last season. Second leading returning scorer is Brett Decker, the sophomore point guard, averaging 9.5 points and 2.7 rebounds per game last season as a freshman. This team shoots the 3, but they don't shoot it a lot. But when they do, it's not like they have a Keegan Sharp, where when the ball goes up, you really feel confident that's going to go in. And I'm not saying that they don't, but they have a lot of really good three-point shooters. They don't necessarily have an elite three-point shooter, but they have a lot of guys that can knock down the 3, which is dangerous for a Grayson County team that didn't defend the 3 very well at all against Breckenridge County on Tuesday evening. Central Hardin is coached by Matt Nickel. He's in his 6th season with a record of 69 and 67. His assistant is Andre Miller. We'll take a break, come back, and talk to run down the Grayson County Cougars. Introduce you to them. They're 1-0, looking to move to 2-0. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSIkids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSIkids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Welcome back to the Cougar Den, where the Grayson County Cougars are getting ready to take on the Central Hardin Bruins in the second game of the 2021-22 regular season. Cougars were winners on Tuesday evening against Breckinridge County by a final score of 61-55, and in that game, saw some really good things, especially from River Blanton. He finished with a career-high 26 points and 10 rebounds, but River Blanton was 1 of 7 from the free throw line, and the Cougars as a team were 6 of 19. Not good from the free throw line at all was Grayson County in that game. Their leading returning scorer from last season is Keegan Sharp, 14.6 points per game, and he even struggled from the free throw line as well. Keegan Sharp in that game on Tuesday, he was 10th in the entire state in free throw percentage last season, 86.9%. And last game against Breckinridge County, he was 2 of 4 from the free throw line, which was only the third time in his career that he has missed 2 free throws in a game. He's never missed more than 2 in a game, and it was the first time he's ever missed back-to-back free throws in a game. So read into that what you want. Sometimes you might just say it was just one of those nights where nothing works well for you shooting the free throw. Grayson County is coached by Travis Johnston. He's in his 4th season with a record of 54-63. When we come back, we'll talk to him, as this is Cougar Basketball on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSIkids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSIkids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County Schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley now joined by the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, head coach Travis Johnston. Coach, went back, watched film from Brack. What'd you see?
I really liked our offense, other than our free throws, of course. We were 6 for 19. That's got to be better. But I like the way we moved the ball. We had 24 made field goals and 15 assists, and that's been a long time since that's happened. So I like the way we shared it and moved it. And defensively, I really liked it. But there at the end, we started playing to the score instead of playing to extend the lead out and things like that. So we got to do a better job, especially since we got a lot of juniors and seniors out there, so we got to do a better job at closing games.
You touched on free throws, and I know I made a comment after the game saying I didn't think Keegan had missed back-to-back free throws in his career, and he hasn't. In fact, he's only missed 2 free throws in a game twice in his career. With free throws, though, is that something that they have to work on individually, or is that something you can do as a team?
They got to do it. They really got to do it because it's just kind of in your own head. Sometimes it's bad if you continue to work on them, but if nobody saw after the game, but Keegan and River, after they changed, they got a ball and went out there and started shooting them as soon as the game was over that night. So bunch of them stayed after practice and got them up, because it's hard to take out 10, 15 minutes in practice to shoot them when you're trying to save legs and things like that. So a bunch of them stayed after and shot them, and it's just about getting a rhythm and shooting them the same way. We got some guys that aren't shooting them the same way every time, and that's including Keegan. So I think he will definitely be just fine, and I think the rest of them, if they get a lot of repetitions in, they'll be all right.
You'll be without Dylan and Owen again in tonight's game. Other than the obvious being depth, what does not having them do to your team?
It makes you think and talk with River and Hunter about staying out of foul trouble. That's the biggest thing. And, of course, you got Jack that's about 6'3", 6'4", Nolan 6'2", but they don't really guard inside that great. They're more of perimeter defenders, and so really there are only 2 guys inside that we got to go up and bang with their Fredrickson and Elmore and Robinson. So it just makes us be a little bit more cautious on what we're doing inside and how we're guarding some things.
The one main thing looking at Central Hardin that stands out is very similar to your team in the fact that they pretty much return everybody from last season. What do you see from them?
Well, first, I'm not sure how they were 4-14 last year. They were really good, and obviously they play a lot of really good teams, and they were a lot better than their record last year. And the Decker kid, who's a sophomore point guard, is an absolute stud, and he's a game changer and something that we had to game plan for a while on how to guard him. And then they just got a lot of guys that can shoot it. They don't have a lot of, 45, 50% three-point shooters, but everybody they put on the floor can make a shot. So we have to make sure we get our closeouts high with our hands high, and don't let them have any open horse shots like we did with Breck County the other night.
You played this team over the summer. Can you learn anything from that game, or was that the summer and it's really kind of weird?
You can a little bit, but the biggest takeaway from that game was make some free throws too. We had them pretty much beat, and of course everybody subs a little different, but we sub different too, and it came down to free throws and turnovers there late, and we weren't able to close, and that's just something that we have to work on. Having a junior point guard, having a senior guard, having another senior guard, junior, senior, we're going to have to be able to close out games a lot better than what we've shown.
What needs to happen to move to 2-0?
We're going to have to guard the three-point line. We're going to have to guard the three-point line and got to keep the Decker kid out of transition. He's so good, and it's so hard to keep him in front. So as long as we do those things on defense, I think our offense should be all right. River may not have a hot night like he did, but he should be effective, and I think Keegan should be a little bit more effective tonight too.
Coach, good luck. We'll have more here coming up in the Locker Room Show after this.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 400246.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
When someone says you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life.
Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at BeTheMatch.org.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. The Cougars and Bruins of Central Hardin close to getting underway. We'll give you the starting lineups first for the visiting Central Hardin Bruins. That'll be junior number 3, Jacob Fredrickson, sophomore number 4, Brett Decker, sophomore guard number 5, Ace Jaggers, senior forward number 10, Preston Keith, and senior number 24, Landon Elmore. Once more, that is Elmore, Keith, Jaggers, Decker, Fredrickson. Now the starting lineup for the Grayson County Cougars. Number 2, senior guard Keegan Sharp. Junior guard number 3, Braden Childress. Senior guard number 15, Chandler McCready. Junior forward number 23, River Blanson. And junior forward number 32, Hunter Toms. Once more, that's Toms, Blanson, McCready, Childress, Sharp. The play-by-play is next. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
When someone says you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life.
Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at BeTheMatch.org.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now you don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister. I can play with my brother. I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house. This is my house.
This is my house.
This is my house.
This is my house.
Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Grayson County and Central Hardin are moments away from getting underway tonight. Once more, the starting lineup for Central Hardin, it's Frederickson, Decker, Jaggers, Elmore, and Keith. And for Grayson County, it's Sharp, Childress, McCready, Blanton, and Toms. We'll take a 1-minute break, and the coverage is next here on K105.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at? Underlay, in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now you don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister, I can play with my brother, I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
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 Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
It's time for basketball in Leitchfield. Grayson County and Central Hardin getting ready to get underway. The official Andy Thomason is going to throw this one into the air, and it'll be Toms to jump this one against Elmore. And the opening tip is won by the Grayson County Cougars, and the Cougars will open with the basketball working from right to left on your radio dial. Cougars, the home whites, navy blue jerseys with the navy blue and orange stripe. Here comes a near side three by Sharp. It's off the back of the iron. Rebound fighting for it, and it's going to be won by Elmore for the Bruins of Central Hardin. Bruins will work from left to right on your radio dial in the all baby blue jerseys and a navy blue stripe up the side of the pants. And it'll be the guard Brett Decker, the sophomore, who will run things at the point for the Bruins. He gives it off to the left wing, Elmore. Over here to the right side, Keith. Keith tried to drive down the lane, lost his ball. A fight for it underneath is going to be a jump ball, and possession is going to stay with the Bruins underneath. Your officials for this evening's game: Andy Thomason, Brett Booker, and Brian Jones. Central Hardin will pass this in from underneath of their own basket. Bruins, this is their season opener. The Cougars were winners on Tuesday night against Breckinridge County by a final score of 61-55. Over the far side, a three is up into the air and no good by the Bruins. Rebound, fight for it, and it's won by Blanton for the Cougars. Blanton had 10 rebounds, a double-double to open up the season last Tuesday. In the 61-55 win over Breckinridge County, Blanton also had a career-high 26 points in that game. Blanton has the basketball straight away. 5-out look for Grayson County. It's a handoff pass to Toms. Toms out front now to the guard, Braden Childress, who taps his head, and he's going to deliver the play call off to Blanton, who gets a screen from McCready. Blanton tries to drive far baseline. Bodies up his defender, goes up with a shot, and River Blanton gets on the board first. Cougs on top, 2-0. 6:40 to play here in the first quarter. Decker with the basketball straight away. Decker is averaged 9.5 points a game as a freshman last season. To Frederickson. Frederickson from the right elbow pulls up, shot no good. The rebound bounces around, and on the floor, Toms has it. And we're going to have a fight for the ball as Frederickson just kind of laid on top of Toms, but got enough of the ball, and it'll be a jump ball. And possession is going to go towards the Cougars. 2-0. Grayson County on top of Central Hardin. 6 minutes, 26 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Grayson County without Dylan Horn and Owen Bradsher again in tonight's game. Probably, two important pieces of this Cougar team when it comes late into the season. Childress drives down the right side, and that one is blocked out of bounds. Coming from behind, the trail defender Frederickson sent that one into the out-of-bounds area. Grayson County's going to keep the basketball. Sharp passes out front to Blanton. Blanton into the corner to Sharp. Sharp thought about the three, drives in, dumps the pass to the left block to McCready. Goes up, in, and out and it's rebounded by Jaggers for the Bruins. Jaggers will break the timeline across the near side to Decker. Deep three from the left wing. It is no good. Bounces straight up into the air. And on the floor, Central Hardin's got the rebound and a jump ball. Another jump ball is going to be called. And Travis Johnston says that ball hit the little ribbon that connects the backboard to the top of the rafters, and he's correct. That should have been out of bounds, but instead it's going to be Central Hardin basketball from underneath of their own basket. They'll pass in over to the far side, left wide open. A step back three by Jaggers is in and out. Rebound on the floor is taken by Sharp for the Cougars. Sharp, an outlet pass over to the far side to McCready. He has his pocket picked and taken away by Jaggers, but Jaggers steps on the out-of-bounds line, and possession is going to go right back towards Grayson County. 2-0. Cougs on top, 5:46 to play here in the first quarter. This is WKHG Leitchfield here. K105's coverage of the Grayson County Cougars and the Central Hardin Bruins. Cougars 1-0, Bruins 0-0. The Bruins 4-14 last season, but 6 of their 14 losses came by less than 4 points. Sharp drives down the right lane, misses the floater. It's rebounded by Toms. Toms out front to Blanton. Blanton drives in at the free throw line, kicks it over to the far side. Sharp runs it down after it being deflected inside. Sharp looks for help, finds it with McCready. McCready drives downhill, right side, shots up, no good, but a foul is going to be called on the drive on Central Hardin. The foul's called on number 10, Preston Keith. That is his first and the team's first. To the free throw line, Chandler McCready. Last season, the senior, 66.3%. First free throw is up and no good for McCready. McCready was the starting running back for the Cougar football team. And considering that he'd really not played much football at all, he did a very good job as a Cougar running back. I know that he started off the season with an absolute bang. 70-yard touchdown against Edmonson County. The second free throw is good by McCready. And Grayson County has the 3-0 lead. 5 minutes and 17 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. Decker drives in, Euro step to the left. The floater off the right side is good for Brett Decker. Travis Johnston said in the open that he said if Brett Decker isn't already the best player in the 5th region, he will be. He's only a sophomore. Very talented guard for the Bruins. Downhill drive for Childress, and he throws it away. And there to take it away is Fredrickson. Fredrickson down the left lane, kicks it out to the far side. Decker, catch, shoot, 3, no good. Rebounded underneath, and putting it on the floor and going up with a shot being fouled from behind is Landon Elmore. As Elmore was fouled by Chandler McCready, that'll be his first. And the team's first. Elmore will go to the free throw line. 71% last season. And the free throw is up, and it is good. Central Hardin now is the lead, 5-3. 4 minutes and 45 seconds to play here in the first quarter. For McCready, that was his first and the team's first. Right wing, McCready with the basketball out front to Toms. Toms to the left hand, interior pass to Blanton, who spins around, gets the bank to fall. What a move by Blanton in the paint. He's got 4 of Grayson County's 5, and we're all knotted up at 5. 4:20 to play here in the first quarter. Decker on the left wing. Drives in, lowers the shoulder like a running back. Gets into the lane. His floater is no good. And a fight for the rebound is going to be, guess what? Another jump ball. I think we're already at 5 jump balls here early on in this game. Andy Thomason, the official, is talking with Brett Decker right now. Not sure if Decker wanted a foul or what on the drive, but Thomason was explaining to him what he saw. Childress has the ball right now at the logo as he breaks the timeline off to the right wing, McCready. McCready out front, Toms. Toms picks up his dribble right at the free throw line to the left wing to Sharp. Sharp out front to Toms. Toms takes one dribble with a handoff pass now to Sharp, and Sharp is going to set up the offense. Keegan Sharp, the three-point specialist, 14.6 points per game last season. He had 12 points and 3 rebounds against Breckenridge County on Tuesday evening to open the season. Out front, Toms. He's left all alone from 3, and it is no good. The rebound on the floor is pulled down by Central Hardin's Jaggers, and he's found from behind by Toms. You saw Toms do that a couple of times against Breckenridge County, where he was at the top of the key and came flying down the lane to try and make a play on the ball. And he got multiple rebounds against Breckenridge County, but that one he's called for a foul. Subs into the game for Grayson County, Nolan Hornbeck and Jack Logston. Logston, the 7th grader, on the floor. And in his first career varsity game, he had 8 points, including being the only Cougar to go 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Decker off to the right wing. Driving downhill, a new player to the game is Robinson for Central Hardin. His shot off the right side's no good. Blanton for Grayson County pulls down the rebound. Blanton breaks the timeline up the near side, between the legs dribble, looking to drive. He tries to go left, tries to go right, step back, 18-footer, left side, good! River Blanton. What a move there by Blanton. And the Cougars have retaken the lead 7-5, 3:10 to play here in the first quarter. To the near side, faking the handoff, passes Elmore. Elmore for the right elbow to answer, Landon Elmore. He's got 5, and we're back to 7. So you've got Elmore with 5, Blanton with 6 for Grayson County. We're all tied up at 7. Being chased backwards is Childress, and he is fouled by Landon Elmore. For Elmore, that is his first and the team's second. Substitution into the game for Central Hardin. It'll be Preston Keith. He'll come back in, and taking a seat will be Landon Elmore. Let's get on the floor for the Cougars. You've got Blanton, Hornbeck, Childress, Logston, and Sharp. Blanton throws it out front to Hornbeck, who has it pretty much right at the line. And they're calling over and back. And he didn't go over the back. We have about as good of an angle out of anybody, and Travis Johnston's not happy with that call, and I don't know that I necessarily blame him. I'm not really sure what the official Andy Thomason was seeing there. He might have had a better angle on it than we did, but I don't know. Kicks it out to the far side. 3 up into the air is no good. Rebounded underneath by Hobbs, who's into the game. Hobbs loses it and has it stripped away by Hornbeck, who gets it right back. Hornbeck gives it over to Blanton. Blanton crosses the timeline. Has it in the right backcourt. He's going to set up the offense. Gives it off into the middle to Childress. Childress being guarded by Decker, who comes up to face guard him. Childress, the junior point guard for the Cougars. Not a scoring guy, but does a very good job facilitating the offense. He knows his role, and he's very good at that. Downhill drive for Blanton. He is shot up the right side, is no good. But he is fouled on that drive by Preston Keith. That is his second and the team's third. Blanton will go to the free throw line, where I think he'd be the first to tell you it was not good on Tuesday. His first free throw is no good. That now makes him 1 of 8 from the free throw line this season. Into the game for Central Hardin is Jacob Fredrickson. Ace Jaggers will take a seat. But I think the Cougars as a team were 6 of 19, so it was not just River that struggled from the free throw line. In fact, Keegan Sharp even struggled. That one, though, nothing but net for River Blanton. And he's one of those players Travis Johnson's talk about that when he sees that ball go through the net, it's a dangerous thing because he can catch fire in a quick way, and hopefully he can catch fire from the free throw line. 8-7, Grayson County on top, 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Decker, free throw line floater is good. He gets the roll, and the Bruins have retaken the lead. 9-8, under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Childress over to the right wing. Out front, Blanton. And Blanton's just going to give it back to Childress, who is going to deliver the call to his team, getting it from Travis Johnston to the right elbow to Blanton. Blanton drives downhill, right side, outside, wide open 3 by Braden Childress is no good long, and the long rebound is almost saved in bounds by Logston. I guess his foot was on the baseline as he went out of bounds and threw it in off of Adam Hobbs, but the official said that I guess his foot was on the baseline beforehand. It was kind of a sneaky play by Logston because it looked like he was just going to let it go out. But at the last second, he kind of slung it right at Hobbs. Central Hardin with the basketball out front. Thought about the 3 and driving in is Elmore. Elmore backs it out to the left wing, Robinson. Robinson at the free throw line. Interior pass is right into the hands of Hornbeck for the Cougars. Hornbeck gives it to Childress. Childress at the free throw line, kicks it out Hornbeck. Hornbeck over to the far side, Blanton. Blanton ball fake. He's going to back it out now. And the Cougars are going to go with their traditional 5-out offense look. Travis Johnston immediately says he wants to spread it out. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. It is 9-8. Central Hardin leads. Driving downhill, Childress to the left block to Logston. Logston gives it off to Blanton. Blanton on the left side gets around the defender, 18 feet. His shot is no good, but he's fouled by Central Hardin. Foul's called on Landon Elmore. That is his second. So 2 Bruins have 2 fouls. Preston Keith and Landon Elmore each have 2, and River Blanton will go back to the free throw line. Blanton has 7 of Grayson County's 8 points. First free throw for Blanton is in and out. Into the game for Central Hardin is Reese Sherrard. Second free throw for Blainson is good. Another substitution into the game. Hunter Toms will come in. And taking a seat will be River Blanton, and I'm sure Travis Johnson's just going to try and give River a little breather here with 47.6 seconds to play in the first quarter. 9-9 is the score. Central Hardin might hold for the final shot. Matt Nickel looks at his sophomore point guard, Decker. Decker gets a screen. Now he's going to be guarded by Logston. Gets around Logston. Jump pass over to the far side, Sherrard. Sherrard drives in. He's going to throw a pass, and reaching up to grab that one was Adam Hobbs. He was the second leading receiver on their football team, and you can see why there. He reached out with a hand and grabbed that. Hobbs, near side three, is up into the air. It is no good. Rebound on the floor is taken by McCready, and he's fouled from behind by Fredrickson. Fredrickson, that'll be his first and the team's fifth, and the Cougars are going to get the basketball. 17.2 seconds to play in the first quarter. Into the game from Central Hardin is going to be Nolan Goodman. Appeared in every game last season. 1.4 points a game. 1.4 rebounds. So not a guy that stuffs the stat sheet when he's into the game, but he will play at times. 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Sharp will break the timeline. 8 seconds on the clock. It's tied 9-9 here in the first quarter. Sharp on the right side. He drives down, spin move at the free throw line, goes up with a floater. It's good. What a move by Keegan Sharp to give the Cougars an 11-9 lead at the end of one. Grayson County on top of this one. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Future Designs, your complete home building and remodeling center.
Future Designs has everything you need from design to delivery and everything in between.
From traditional home and building construction materials to the metal roof and siding division, you'll find it at Future Designs.
Quarter paint is also available at Future Designs.
Start at the foundation of any project and work your way up with Futures.
You'll find the product, service, and advice needed for a strong structure.
There's a reason they call it the builder's choice.
Find out why at Future Designs on Quarry Road in Leitchfield.
Hey, boss. Okay.
I said I'm fine.
Put me to bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yes.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. It is 11-9. Grayson County leads this one against Central Hardin. Keegan Sharp hit the floater as time expired. A really nice play for the senior scorer. And in that quarter of play, it was River Blanton who finished with 8 points in the quarter. As Grayson County leads this one 11-9 here as we start quarter number 2. It'll be Central Hardin basketball. As Carter Robinson, the senior, is talking with the official Andy Thomason, and you could never tell. I mean, some of these conversations might just be, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you, because Central Hardin, obviously a 5th region team. They don't come to the 3rd region a lot, so they don't know these 3rd region officials. Decker thought about taking a deep three, drives in, floater with the right hand is good. Brett Decker really smooth with the basketball, and you can see there why he's one of the top players in the 5th region. He ties the game up at 11. 7:35 to play here in the second quarter. Jack Logston with the basketball, picks up his dribble, scans once, scans twice, and finds Keegan Sharp, his senior. Man-to-man defense for Central Hardin, and Sharp is fouled by Robinson. For Robinson, that'll be his first and the team's 6th. So Cougars will shoot free throws for the remainder of this quarter when it comes to it. They give it into the backcourt to Keegan Sharp. Sharp off to the left wing to McCready. McCready had to reach out to grab that one. Step back, near side baseline jumper is no good. High off the glass to grab the rebound is Jaggers for the Bruins. Jaggers looks to push. He throws a lob up. It's way hard off the backboard. He tried to throw it up to Decker, but I think he thought he was about 3/4 court when he threw that because it was way too hard. Jack Logston with the basketball out front to Sharp. And Sharp's going to look back at the 5th-year head coach Travis Johnston to get the play call. Sharp back now to Toms. Toms tries to get it over to the near side to McCready, but Decker gets his hand in and knocks it out of bounds. River Blanton in. Nolan Hornbeck will take a seat. Braden Childress also comes into the game. Taking a seat from him will be Jack Logston. Also Darius Tung will come into the game for Keegan Sharp. So on the floor for Grayson County, you've got Toms, Blanton, Tongue, Childress, and McCready. Different look here for the Cougars. You saw Travis Johnston do this in the second quarter of the game against Breckenridge County as well, trying to give Keegan Sharp a breather because he was winded at the end of that Breckenridge County game on Tuesday as he missed 2 free throws back-to-back for the first time in his varsity career. Over to the far side, Tongue, he bobbles the pass from Childress and throws it away, and it's taken away by Fredrickson. Fredrickson on the left wing. Drives down, kicks it back out to the left side. Jaggers drives in to the near side. 3 up into the air. It is in and out, and the rebound's taken by Jaggers, and a foul on the putback is called on Grayson County. It's called on Toms. That is his second, and the team's third. Immediately, Keegan Sharp's going to come back into the game. It'll be Ace Jaggers to the free throw line. Appeared in only 7 games last season. They're really expecting him to take a big jump this season. He was 5 of 6 from the free throw line, and the first free throw is no good. Second free throw comes for Ace Jaggers. 6:18 to go here in the second quarter, and the free throw is good to give Central Hardin a 12-11 lead. Back and forth these two teams have gone. Grayson County again spreading it out with a 5-out look. Man-to-man defense for the Bruins. They do switch. They put McCready being guarded by Decker. Getting a screen, almost shifting into a little bit of a zone of sorts. Off to the left wing. McCready drives in. He has a wide-open shot down the lane, but it's blocked from behind by Fredrickson. Over to the far side, driving down off to the left wing. Jaggers gives it over to the far side. Trying to get a pass inside was Hobbs, and he took an extra step. Possession's going to go back to Grayson County. Central Hardin has a lead here 12-11, 5 minutes and 48 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Tell you, it is good to have the Cougar student section back here with us. The Rowdy Cougs last season, obviously with COVID-19, they weren't able to be at any of the games, and it just felt weird. It just feels to have a good "you can't do that" chant. We didn't get that at all last season. It just didn't feel right. We've gotten that here today. It's a good Rowdy Coug section here as well. Blanton was trapped in the backcourt and just throws it away. He was trying to find McCready on the far side, but put too much underneath of it. And possession's going to go back to Central Hardin. Into the game for the Bruins, Nolan Stith. He comes back. He comes into the game for the first time. He appeared in 4 games last season. Took 3 shots, did not make any of them, did not score from the field. 12-11, Central Hardin with a lead here in this game. Decker will break the timeline. Guarded by Sharp. Grayson County in the traditional man-to-man defense. They set a screen, passing back inside, dumps the pass off to the right block. Beautiful ball movement, and Jaggers finishes it on the right side. Central Hardin has their largest lead of the game here at 14-11. The Cougars have yet to score in this second quarter as Central Hardin has opened the quarter on a 5-0 run. Childress, guarded by Decker, gives over to the far right wing, outside to Blanton. Blanton drives down the right side, gets to the hole, goes up with a flip shot. It's no good, but he'll go to the free throw line after being fouled. I'm not sure who they're going to call this on. They're going to call it on Jacob Fredrickson. That is his second and the team's 7th. So the Bruins have 3 players with 2 fouls. Fredrickson, Keith, and Elmore. River Blanton to the free throw line. He will shoot 2. His first one is up and no good. Jack Logston in for Darius Tongue. Tongue being coached up by Travis Johnston right now. Second free throw is short by Blanton. The long rebound is tapped by McCready into the hands of Blanton. Back out McCready. 3 right side. No good. Rebounded by Central Hardin. Bruins, Jagger has it to Fredrickson. Off to the right wing, left wide open. The 3 off the right side is no good by Elmore. Rebounded underneath by Sharp for Grayson County. Sharp to Childress. Childress, an outlet pass is taken away and walking with it. As he was a really nice defensive play by Landon Elmore. He was acting almost like a safety for football. Reached up there and grabbed it, but he did take an extra step. Probably like a football safety was, and I mean, I'm not sure that the greatest official or the greatest basketball player in the world would have been able to stop his momentum and not walk there. It was a really nice play by Elmore. Just momentum is undefeated. Grayson County still looking for their first basket here of this second quarter. They trail 14-11 at the free throw line. McCready over to the far side, Logston. Logston back off to McCready. It's 14-11. McCready will take the right wing three. It's no good long. And the rebound is taken by Robinson for the Bruins. Robinson gets it into the middle to the sophomore point guard, Decker. Decker back to Robinson. Robinson, and an offensive foul is going to be called. He lowered his shoulder in. McCready takes the charge, and Grayson County is going to get the basketball back. He was second on the team, was Chandler McCready last season in taking charges. And he shows off there as that foul is called on Robinson. That's his second as well, so 4 Bruins have 2 fouls apiece. For Grayson County, Hunter Toms has 2 fouls. The other foul is on McCready. That was a risky play for McCready because he had the 1 foul already. That would have been 2. Childress to the right elbow to Blanton. He thought to try to get a cutting Sharp. Does a handoff pass to Logston. 18-foot jump shot. Right side's an air ball. Rebounded by Decker. Decker, an outlet pass down inside. Taken away by Blanton. Blanton looks to push. Cougars working 3-on-3. Blanton inside. Shot off the right side's good to stop the bleeding. River Blanton gets in. Grayson County went 4.5 minutes nearly without scoring in that quarter. Nearly throwing it away, getting around. A jump pass outside to the right wing through the hands of Jaggers. He runs it back down on the near side. Jaggers out front to Fredrickson. Fredrickson off to the right wing to Stith. Stith at the right elbow. Picks up his dribble out front to Decker. Decker on the left wing. Gets a screen. Thought about driving in. Thought about taking a step back 3. Doesn't take it and gives it to Fredrickson. Fredrickson straight away. Drives in right side. Jump pass to the near side. Stith. 3 up into the air is good. Stith knocks in the 3, and a timeout is taken on the floor, I believe, by Grayson County. It's a 30-second timeout. Central Hardin leads 17-13. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School to 17-13. That timeout was taken by Central Hardin. They lead 17-13 after the 3-pointer by Nolan Stith. As out of the timeout, it will be Grayson County basketball. It's the first timeout taken in this game. It's taken by the Bruins. See if Grayson County can get the basket. They've only had 1 basket in this quarter. It was the basket just a few moments ago by Blanton. Floater inside the lane is no good by Childress, and the rebound bouncing around is taken by Hobbs for the Bruins. Bruins looking to add to their 4-point lead. Decker drives in, lowers his shoulder. The floater's no good, gets the rebound. His putback's up, no good. Long rebound pulled down by Logston for Grayson County. Logston gives it back to Childress. Childress looking to push to the near side to Blanton. Blanton drives down the left lane, goes up with a floater, no good. Rebound by Blanton, his putback's up, no good, and he's fouled. Underneath, I believe it's going to be called on Nolan Goodman. That is who it's called on for Goodman. That is his first, team's 9th. Blanton to the free throw line to shoot 2. He is 2 of 6 in this game, which brings his total in the season to 3 of 13, and you can make that 3 of 14. River Blanton, I'm not sure, could make a free throw right now if the basket was the size of the Atlantic Ocean. And I think he'd probably be the first one to tell you that. Is right now it sometimes just happens where that basket just feels like it's the size of a needle hole. He makes the second one though and threads the needle. 17-14, 2:40 to play here in the second quarter. Central Hardin leads Grayson County. Decker breaks the timeline across the far side. Guarded by Keegan Sharp. Sharp face guarding, trying to keep Decker in front of him. Decker will pull up from the free throw line. It's in and out. Childress comes down with a rebound for Grayson County. Childress thought about speeding up, but Decker was right there to meet him as he got ready to cross the timeline. 2:15 to go here in the second quarter. Cougars trail by 3. Off to the right wing to Sharp. He bobbled it, gained it back though on the right side. Out front Logston. Logston fakes the pass to Childress. Looks like he's going to set up the offense. Gives to Sharp on the right side. Sharp drives to the right side. Partially blocked on the shot from 18 feet. There for the putback is Logston off the right side. The 7th grader made a really nice move and makes it a 1-point game. Decker drives down the right side. He's fouled on the drive, I believe, by Blanton, I think is who they're going to call this on. No, they called on Sharp. That is his first, team's 4th. And to the line will be Brett Decker. He was a 66.7% free throw shooter last season. Appeared in all but 3 games for the Bruins last year. The free throw coming for Decker is in and out. Central Hardin later this season is going to get to play in a really cool, I don't even know what you want to call it, but they're going to travel to Indiana to play Bullitt Central on January the 29th. And where are they going to be playing, you ask? As Decker makes the second free throw, they're going to be playing in the gym that the movie Hoosiers was filmed at. I think that's pretty darn cool. So Central Hardin gets to play that. That is on January the 29th against Bullitt Central. It's a really cool thing that they get to do to go into the state of Indiana and play. 1:40 to go here in the second quarter. It is 18-16. Grayson County trails to the right elbow to Blanton. Blanton spins around, goes up with a shot, and the floater is no good. Rebound underneath by Jaggers. Jaggers an outlet pass to Decker. Decker pulls up, right wing 3 in transition is no good. Blanton with a rebound for Grayson County. Blanton gives it to Childress. Childress weaves through the defense to the near side. Logston transition 3, no good, and fighting for the rebound underneath. And a foul is going to be called on Grayson County. Foul's called on Hornbeck. For Hornbeck, that is his first and the team's 5th. McCready will come in. Childress will take a seat for Grayson County. 18-16. Central Hardin with a 2-point lead against Grayson County. Fredrickson will come in for the Bruins. And checking out for him will be Nolan Goodman. It'll be Ace Jaggers with the basketball. He will cross the timeline with 1:10 to go here in the second quarter. Bruins looking to add to their lead. Right side Decker being guarded by Keegan Sharp. Decker drives down, kicks to the near side. Wide open 3 by Hobbs is an air ball, and the rebound is out of bounds off of Grayson County. The Cougar student section doesn't like it. The Cougar mascot doesn't like it either. To pass in will be Central Hardin from underneath of their own basket. And they fire it out front to Decker. Decker straight away, pulls up, free throw line jumper is no good. Rebound underneath is a fight for the ball, and it's out of bounds off of Central Hardin. So it'll be Grayson County basketball. 18-16. Central Hardin leads. Sub into the game, Nolan Goodman in for Fredrickson. So you got kind of an offense-defense here at the end of this second quarter of play. Central Hardin leads by 2. About 45 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Travis Johnston delivers the call to Sharp on the right side. He'll take the 3, right wing, good! Cougs have the lead on the 3 by Keegan Sharp. 19-18, Grayson County on top. Decker falls down at the free throw line. They don't call a walk. Driving in, jump shot, far side is in and out by Jaggers. Off to Blanton, 20 seconds on the clock, and Travis Johnston immediately holds up the stop sign, and the Cougars will hold for the final shot here of this second half. Sharp on the right side picks up his dribble to the right wing to Blanton. Zone defense coming. McCready on the left wing with 6 seconds. Spins back to Sharp with 5 seconds. Sharp's got to get something going. He splits defenders. Floater inside the free throw line. No good. And that is how the first half will end. At the end of the first half, it is Grayson County 19, Central Hardin 18. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19, and that means calling ahead instead of going directly to a doctor or hospital if you're sick. It means being more patient. We're all in this together, and we all have a role in preventing the spread. So, prepare, focus on the essentials, protect, keep some space from people outside your home, and disinfect a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
When
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. Grayson County leads this one 19-18 at the half. And as the two teams were going off the floor, the officials were talking with Travis Johnston and Brian Hill, one of the assistant coaches. And I know that there was a Central Hardin fan that was very, very upset behind us. I don't know. I was not looking up to see what had happened, but we'll try to see if we can't figure it out, if there were maybe some words exchanged at the end of the half or what. But it was a very physical first half of action, so I don't know. We'll try to see if we can't find out what had happened there and bring it to you. Coming up on our halftime show, we'll run down the scoring from this game and the scores from around the region, as this is Cougar basketball on K105.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister. I can play with my brother. I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
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 Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
And someone says, you need a bone marrow transplant, those are just not words you want to hear.
I got a call that it was the best match. It was one of the best days of my life. I'm so happy that you're okay.
I just want to say thank you for the second chance at life. Thousands of patients need a donor like you. Learn how you can help at BeTheMatch.org.
Cougar basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. Grayson County leads this one at the half, 19-18 against Central Hardin. Try to see if we can't run down a score or two from around the region. Final score in girls basketball, Metcalfe County defeats Allen County Scottsville by a final score of 52-39. Girls basketball in the second quarter, our good friends down in Graves County lead Massac County 23-10. That score is in the second quarter. I believe that is in the Marshall County Hoop Fest. So I believe that's why they're playing, and I think that's a school from Illinois. Not a lot of scores to bring you right now, as at the end of the first quarter in girls basketball, Hopkinsville leads Madisonville 13-6. And that appears really all of the scores that I have to bring you. As I look through a final score in boys basketball, Cal defeats Graves County by a final score of 76-64. Cal obviously is one of the state's top players in George Washington III, who is committed to play basketball at Ohio State. I know he's one of the top juniors in a deep junior class for the state of Kentucky. I mean, you've got Reed Shepard for North Laurel, you've got Caleb Glenn for Mayo, and now you've got George Washington III as well. It's just a very good junior class of basketball here in the state of Kentucky. The score here at the half is Grayson County 19, Central Hardin 18. We'll run down the scoring from the first half coming up, as this is Cougar basketball on K105.
We the people are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
Wash your hands, stay home, cover your cough. It's our new reality with COVID-19, and that means calling ahead instead of going directly to a doctor or hospital if you're sick. It means being more patient. We're all in this together, and we all have a role in preventing the spread. So, prepare, focus on the essentials, protect, keep some space from people outside your home, and disinfect a lot. Get the facts at kycovid19.ky.gov. Prepare, protect, disinfect.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Hey, boss. Okay?
I said I'm fine.
See you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. Grayson County leads this one 19-18. As we get ready to start the third quarter of play, we got about 3 minutes left in the overtime period. As running down the scoring from this game, first for Central Hardin, their leading scorer is Brett Decker. He had 7 points in the first half. Lena Elmore added 5, and 3 apiece for Ace Jaggers and for Nolan Stith. For Grayson County, the leading scorer in the first half was River Blanton. He had 11 points. Keegan Sharp added 5, 2 for Jack Logston, and 1 for Chandler McCready. When you look at this for Grayson County, once again, free throws have not been good. And again, this game feels a little bit like Breckenridge County, where I think in that first half, if you're Travis Johnston, you looked at that and you said, wow, there were some things in that first half that looked really good. And then there were some things in that second half that really did not look good whatsoever. And I think that it'll be one of those things that how they adjust here in this second half will be huge in seeing, who ends up winning this game here as we move along. Because these are two good teams. These are two teams that can compete and have a shot at winning their respective region. I don't know that either region out of these two necessarily has, like last year in the 5th region where E-Town was my pick to win the state at the beginning of the season. I thought that they were far and away the best, and they lost in the state championship game to a really good Highlands team. But I don't know that either one of these regions has an E-Town. E-Town obviously is still in the 5th region, but they're not the same as they were last year. So I think that both of these teams can compete and win games in their region. And it'll be a big win for whichever team does come out here on top. Second half comes up next. Cougs on top 19-18. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
We, the people, are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. We get ready to start the second half of play. It'll be Grayson County leading Central Hardin 19-18. As the Cougars were led in the first half in scoring by River Blanton, he finished with 11 points. For Central Hardin, they were led by Brett Decker. He had 7. Cougars did not start that second quarter good at all, as it took them 3.5 minutes to get on the board in the quarter, and then they kind of made it back and forth and were able to take the lead late in that first half of play. They are going to have the basketball to start, and McCready drives down the right lane, can't get it to roll in, and a fight for the rebound is taken by Toms. His putback's no good, and the rebound is pulled down by the Bruins underneath. As it's coming down with it was Keith for Central Hardin. Off to the left wing to Elmore. Elmore running the point here for Central Hardin. Gives it off to Decker. Decker was the leading scorer in the first half of play with 7 points. Decker being chased backwards. Left all alone. Interior passes deflected and taken away by McCready. McCready gives it to Childress. Childress weaves down here towards the near side. Now he'll go back towards the middle and set up the offense for Grayson County. 19-18. Cougs on top. 7:15 to play here in the third quarter. To McCready on the right wing. McCready out front to Blanton. Blanton off to the right side to Sharp. Sharp drives off to the left wing, gives it to Toms. Toms to the right side, McCready. McCready into the near corner to Sharp. Sharp gives it back out to McCready, and they're just kind of running this little 5-out look, and that's kind of what Grayson County does, is that they wait until they have a lane like Childress does. Right side goes up with a shot, no good, and they're going to call a walk on Braden Childress. Travis Johnston didn't like the call whatsoever. He kind of looked at the official, Andy Thomason, and said, really? Is that really what we're calling? 6:43 to play here in the third quarter. It's 19-18. Grayson County leads Central Hardin. Decker for the Bruins. Drives down the right side, kicks it out. Far side three is up into the air by Jaggers. It's no good, and a rebound on the floor is taken by Keegan Sharp. Sharp, an outlet pass to McCready. McCready on the right wing. Drives down near baseline. Spin move, jump pass to the free throw line to Blanton, who backs it off. Step back three, straight away, no good. Off to the right. High off the glass to grab the rebound was Jaggers for the Bruins. Jaggers down the near side. On the left wing, slows down, kicks it over to the right side. And taking the basketball is Elmore. Elmore gets a screen, drives in for reverse flip shot off the left side. Is good by Landon Elmore. And Central Hardin has retaken the lead here at 20-19 with 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Out front, Keegan Sharp with the basketball. On the right side, he throws it away, trying to get to River Blanton, and Blanton wasn't ready for the pass. And Central Hardin's going to have a chance to add to their lead. Inside, jump pass, Decker left wide open from three, and it's no good. The rebound, though, is taken by the Bruins. Outside, three, straight away, Fredrickson, knocks in the open three. And Central Hardin's lead is 4 at 23-19, and a quick timeout is being taken by Travis Johnston after the Bruins start the quarter on a 4-0 run. We'll take it with them. 5:27 to go in the third. It's 23-19 Bruins. It's Cougar basketball on K105.
We the people are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
Central Hardin starts the half on a 4-0 run, and they lead this one 23-19, 5 minutes and 27 seconds to play in the third quarter. Travis Johnston takes a quick 30-second timeout. That was a good timeout by Johnston. Just say, hey, let's calm down, take a deep breath. There's still a whole lot of time to play, and you're only down by 4 points. Sharp breaks the timeline at the logo for the Cougars. They're going to kind of go a little diamond look here. Inside Childress. Over to the far side, Blanton loses the ball, tries to save it in bounds, and he throws it off of Decker. And I think when he threw that in, he unintentionally hit Decker in a spot that nobody wants to be hit. As River Blanton jumped out of bounds to try and save that ball in, and he threw that with some authority to Decker. And Decker's walking it off. And you know what? I think if you're Grayson County, you say, man, you take as much time as you need. Because River Blanton obviously did not intentionally do that, but when he threw that, he threw that real hard, and Decker appears to be okay. Off to the left side, Sharp. He'll take the three, left wing, no good, just a little long, and the rebound is taken by Central Hardin. It was Elmore that came down with it. An outlet pass off to the right side, transition three by Jaggers is an air ball. Sharp gets the rebound underneath. Sharp looks to push, and then slows down as he crosses the timeline right at the logo. 23-19, Central Hardin on top, 4:50 to play here in the third quarter. Braden Childress on the right side to the right wing to McCready. McCready back into Childress. Childress at the right block, goes up with a shot. It's blocked by Elmore, and it goes into the hands of Decker. Decker speeds up as he crosses the timeline. Decker is bumped from behind by Childress. And for Childress, that'll be his first and the team's first here of the second half. Substitution into the game for Central Hardin will be number 23, Carter Robinson. Bruins will pass in from underneath of their own basket. And throwing it out front, Decker reaches high up to grab that one with his right hand. Decker, left wing three off the screen, puts it in. Brett Decker's up to double figures, and Central Hardin has their largest lead of this game at 26-19. 4 minutes, 25 seconds to play. Blanton trying to answer a floater inside the free throw line is good by River Blanton. He's got 13 points, and the lead is down to 5 now for the Bruins of Central Hardin. Left wing Decker being guarded by Toms. That's a mismatch for Grayson County. They got to get a switch. 3 left side is good by Elmore, and the Bruins are heating up from 3. They hit only 1 3-pointer in the first half, but they have 3 through the first 4 minutes of this third quarter. And they have their largest lead of the game at 29-21, under 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Blanton drives down the right side, blocked out of bounds by Fredrickson. Adam Hobbs comes into the game for the Bruins, and taking a seat is going to be Ace Jaggers. Blanton will pass in from underneath of his own basket, right in front of the Cougar student section. Throws it up front to Toms. Toms drives down the right side, kicks to the near side to McCready. McCready drives down the right lane. The shot's no good. There to put it up and in is Hunter Toms. Toms gets his name into the scorebook. Grayson County now needs to get some stops on defense. They're letting threes start to fly for Central Hardin, and for the most part, they've been uncontested threes. And a lot of teams are going to beat you there, especially a team that shoots as well as Central Hardin does. Step back shot for Decker is no good. The rebound is tapped out into the hands of him. Decker, cross-court pass off to the right wing to Elmore. Elmore drives in, step back 18 feet, straight away. It is good, and hitting the deck underneath are multiple players. And having to take his time is Hunter Toms to get up, and he helps up Adam Hobbs. And Adam Hobbs is a big dude. It is 31-23. Central Hardin leads this. And it'll be Hunter Toms to pass in, and Cougars got to start finding some stops on defense. Defensively, to start this third quarter, has not been good at all for Grayson County. Childress straight away. Gets a screen from Blanton, drives down, dumps a pass off to Toms, who goes down the far baseline and lays it in off the left side. Toms has 4 points in the quarter. Grayson County down by 6. 31-25, 2:55 to play in the third quarter. Out front, running the basketball is Fredrickson. He drives in, stolen by Childress. Childress pushing down the right side. It's poked out from behind, and possession's going to stay with the Cougars. And not happy with the call was Landon Elmore, but I think that was the right call by the official to say it was poked out from behind by Robinson. And a new player came into the game for the Bruins. I believe it was Decker. I think he took a seat for a very quick minute. Sharp to pass in, scans once, scans twice, gets it into the near corner to McCready. McCready to Hornbeck. Hornbeck gives it outside to Blanton, and Blanton's going to give it back to Sharp. It's 31-25. Central Hardin leads Grayson County. 2 minutes, 35 seconds to play in the third quarter. Out front, Blanton. Blanton looks to get it inside to McCready. They're going to back it off now and just set up the offense. They'll give it back to Sharp. Sharp looks over at Travis Johnston, who's moving around his offense. Step back three, left wing by Sharp is no good off to the right. McCready gets the rebound underneath. McCready gets around his defender, lays it in off the right side. Really nice play by Chandler McCready. He got the rebound, realized that no one was in between the basket and him. So he got an easy layup, and it's back to a 4-point game, 31-27, 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Decker gets a screen, drives down the right lane, goes up with a shot to answer. It is good for Brett Decker. He's got 12 points, and the Central Hardin lead is back to 6 with 1:45 to play in the third quarter. Keegan Sharp straight away with the basketball. Now they're going to run zone and pull up a double team. Jack Logson left all alone. Right wing three is no good. Hornbeck tries to pull down the rebound, but instead Fredrickson outmuscles him. Fredrickson breaks the timeline across the near side. It's a 6-point Central Hardin lead with 90 seconds to play in the third quarter. Grayson County needs a defensive stop. Driving in Decker, shot off the right side, good, he gets the roll. Brett Decker has caught fire here in the third quarter, and Central Hardin lead is back now to 8. Logston near side, back to the right wing, deep three, Keegan Sharp, good! He knocked that down from Short Creek, and Grayson County has brought it to within a 5-point game. A deep three for Keegan Sharp, near side with the basketball. Thought about taking the three was Elmore. Elmore gives it back now, and it's a 5-point game. Grayson County trails Central Hardin. 50 seconds to play in the third quarter. Decker drives in at the free throw line, pulls off, dumps a pass off to a wide open player on the right block, Fredrickson, but he was fouled by Grayson County underneath. Foul called on, it was on Blanton. First I thought that the official came and said it was on 25. I was very confused because there's not a 25 on either roster, but he said 23. To the free throw line, Jacob Fredrickson. He did not attempt any free throws last season, appearing in only 4 games. He will shoot 2. The first one is up and no good. For Blanton, that was only his first, team's second. McCready will take a seat for Grayson County, and in for him was Hunter Toms. Fredrickson's second free throw. They had 6 players on the floor, did Central Hardin, and they're lucky the official didn't give the ball back to him, because if he would have given the ball back and they'd have shot the free throw, it would have been a technical foul called against the Bruins. Fredrickson's second free throw is up and good. Rattles in. Central Hardin leads Grayson County 36-30, 45 seconds to play in the third quarter. Keegan Sharp breaks the timeline. See if the Cougars will hold for the final shot or if they'll try to just get an easy shot inside the lane. The shot by Blanton is short and rebounded by Central Hardin. The Bruins looking to push 2-on-3, and smartly slowing up is Robinson, and he gives it back to Decker. Cougars need to stop here on defense. If they're going to hold for the final shot is Central Hardin. They can't let the Bruins to get the momentum moving into this fourth quarter of play. You can keep it a 2-possession game. That would be huge for Grayson. 10 seconds on the third quarter clock. Decker gets a screen. Straight away with the basketball, guarded by Logston. Backs it off over to the far side. Robinson back out to Decker. Decker with 3 seconds. Drives in. Free throw line. Jumper is up. No good. And that's the end of the third quarter of play. At the end of 3, it is Central Hardin 36, Grayson County 30. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI-Kids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSI-Kids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
Welcome back to Grayson County High School. It is 36-30. Central Hardin leads Grayson County as we start the fourth quarter of play. That'll be a third quarter for Grayson County to forget, as defense was not great and it allowed Central Hardin to open up the game to this 6-point lead, and luckily they were able to stop them at the end of that quarter to not allow them to make it a more than double-digit or a 2-possession game. Central Hardin is going to start the quarter with the basketball. So here we go. We start the fourth quarter. Both these teams are going to learn a lot about each other in this fourth quarter of play. Out front, Decker off the screen. 3 straight away is no good. Rebounded by McCready for Grayson County. The Cougars looking to push McCready down the near side. Quickly double teamed. In the corner, it's a foul. Is going to be called on Robinson. It is called on Carter Robinson. That is his third and the team's first here of this second half of play. Not a lot of fouls called in that third quarter. Only 2, and they were both on Grayson County. They give it in to McCready in the near corner. McCready thought about taking a step-back 3, being guarded by Decker. Off to the right side to Sharp. Sharp has been held quiet. He only has 8 points in this game. Sharp on the left wing. He did hit a deep 3 late in that third quarter, though. Give it back to Sharp. It is 36-30. Grayson County trails Central Hardin. 7:15 to go in tonight's game. Near side Blanton keeps his eyes up, looking for a cutter. Blanton now, he didn't have it, and he just got to go, and his pocket is picked and taken away by Fredrickson. Fredrickson, interior pass, and the slam is missed, but there for the follow. What's the call here? They're calling goaltending. They're calling goaltending on Grayson County. And I don't know who ended up finishing with that basket. But goaltending is called on Grayson County on that play, and the official said that the Cougar came to block it and smacked the backboard, and that's why he called goaltending. Near side, Blanton tries to get to the hole, and he's fouled from behind by Central Hardin. Foul called on Fredrickson. That is his third, and the team's second. To the line, River Blanton, where he struggled from the free throw line. He's only made 3 of his 8 free throws. First one is good. You're definitely feeling the energy in the building in this game. The second free throw coming for the junior River Blanton is up, and Blanton misses that one. Long rebound pulled down by McCready for Grayson County. McCready to Sharp straight away, who's going to set up the offense, and that's huge. If you're going to miss a free throw, you better come down with that rebound, and Chandler McCready bails out his teammate River Blanton. 6:37 to go. It is a 7-point Central Hardin lead. Out front to Toms. Toms off to the left wing, Hornbeck. Hornbeck picks up his dribble, back now to Toms. Toms drives in, free throw line, down the right lane, blocked out of bounds by Fredrickson. And Fredrickson stands over the player, and a technical foul is going to be called on Fredrickson, and that's a good call. Jacob Fredrickson blocked, and when the player hit the deck for Grayson County, he stood over him. And that's a good call by the official, and Keegan Sharp will go to the free throw line, presumably to shoot free throws. For Jacob Fredrickson, that'll be his 4th foul, and that's about a textbook as it gets. As Toms drove down the lane, and the shot was blocked by Fredrickson, and Toms hit the deck. And if it's a technical, that should be free throws for Grayson County. It's, I guess, no free throws. I guess, did they not call a technical? Maybe they didn't. I don't know. 38-31, 6:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Kind of a weird play there. Maybe there wasn't a technical foul call. I'm not sure. Sharp backs it off here. Grayson County trails by 7, 6:05 to play here in tonight's game. Sharp drives in, floater down the right lane, no good, and the rebound's out of bounds off of Central Hardin. Possession is going to stay with Grayson County underneath. There is a Central Hardin player that is not happy with officials. It's Carter Robinson. He is not happy with officials at all. He's letting them have it after every call. Down to the right block to McCready. McCready gets around, and he is fouled hard by Robinson. And he immediately again looks to the official, and it's getting a little chippy. For Carter Robinson, that is his 4th. And to the line will be Chandler McCready. This game's getting a little chippy here. McCready will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one is good. And checking out will be the aforementioned Carter Robinson. And Matt Nickel is telling him right now, hey man, you got to take a deep breath. You don't need a technical foul in a game that they're winning. To the line, Chandler McCready, free throw, good. McCready makes both free throws, and a timeout is taken on the floor by Grayson County. We will take it with him. It is 38-33. Central Hardin leads Grayson County, 5:55 to go. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister, I can play with my brother, I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
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 Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live.
Timeout Grayson County on that floor. It is 38-33. Grayson County trails this one with 5 minutes and 55 seconds to go. And I think this is a good timeout by Travis Johnston. He took a full timeout. If anything more, it's just, hey, this game's getting a little chippy. And probably Matt Nicholas saying the same thing. The last thing we need in this situation is to pick up a technical foul. And I think that's what both sides are saying right now. So there was a very weird play, though, where I thought they had whistled a technical foul on Central Hardin. But, I mean, I could have sworn that the official made the signal saying technical, but no free throws came over it. The player did leave the game. He's back in. That's Jacob Fredrickson. And if that was a technical and they didn't grant free throws, I have no idea as to why, which makes me think that there was no technical called. And to be honest, I don't really know. It is Central Hardin basketball. That's what I do know, and they lead 38-33 with 5 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. The Cougars have lost 5 straight to the Bruins and 5 straight games to them played here at Grayson County High School. They haven't won a game since the early 2000s against the Bruins here at the Cougar Den. Decker with the basketball, and obviously Central Hardin is in no rush at all. With no shot clock, they can kind of do what they want. Decker drives downhill, right side. The floater is no good. Rebound out of bounds off of Central Hardin. And possession is going to go towards Grayson County. And Matt Nichols talking to Decker right now. Probably telling him, hey, you don't need to do everything yourself. You're a really good player, but sometimes it's good to pass, especially when you have a 5-point lead. Left wing Sharp. Out front to Blanton. Blanton off to the right wing to McCready. McCready, ball fake, looks to scan. Now he's going to drive, now pulls up. Right wing 3 for McCready is good. Chandler McCready gets the 3, and it's a 2-point game at 38-36. Decker moving in transition. Right elbow shot is up, bounces off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Central Hardin to the near side to Elmore. So the Bruins are going to keep the basketball. It is 38-36, 4:40 to play here in the fourth quarter. Elmore with the ball straight away. 4-round 1 look for the Central Hardin Bruins. This is their first game of the season. They were 4-14 last year. Decker to the left wing, gets a screen. Guarded now by Toms. Toms chasing him back. Interior pass to Fredrickson. Fredrickson on the left block, cross court over to the far side. 3 up into the air is no good. The bank is not open for Preston Keith, and rebounded on the floor by Chandler McCready. McCready gives it to the guard, Braden Childress. Cougars will have a chance to tie or take the lead. It is 4:07 to play here in the fourth quarter. Blanton on the left wing. Bruins going to shift now to a man-to-man defense. They've kind of been going with a modified zone at times. Left wing Sharp. Out front to Childress. Childress being guarded by Decker. Off to the left wing to Blanton. He bobbled it, gained it right back though to Toms. Toms out front, 3:40 to go. Sharp out of bounds off of Central Hardin, and possession is going to stay with Grayson County. The Central Hardin fans say that was off of Grayson County, but I'll tell you this, from my vantage point, there's no way we could see that, and there's no way they could have seen it either. I think it's just one of those things that both teams are into this. The inbounds pass is stolen by Decker, and a foul is going to be called by Braden Childress. And hanging on the rim is Decker after the play as he went up for the dunk, and he was fouled by Braden Childress. That is his second, and the team's fourth. Ball's going to stay on the floor, and it is a very... we'll just say that this way. Both fan bases are into the game. Down to the right block, wide open layup is good by Preston Keith. It's his first basket of the game. Central Hardin's lead is back to 4. 3:25 to play here in the fourth quarter. It is 40-36. Off to the right wing to McCready. McCready backs it off out front to Blanton. Blanton drives down, spins, gives it back now to Toms. Toms at the free throw line, keeps his dribble going out front to Sharp. Sharp thought about taking a 3, but slows it down. 3:05 to go. Central Hardin leads 40-36. McCready on the far side. Drives down the left lane, picks up his dribble, spins towards the far baseline. The bank is open off that left side. The layup by Chandler McCready. He's got 7 points in the quarter, and it's back to a 2-point game. Decker will cross the timeline on the far side, 40-38. Central Hardin leads Grayson County. Cougars led for most of the first half. Central Hardin has led for most of the second half, but these next 2.5 minutes are going to be huge. Decker's going to hold the ball on his left hip. Now he's going to get a screen. Doesn't take it and instead just backs it off. Bruins obviously in no hurry. McCready guarding Decker. Over to the far side left, wide open is Fredrickson. He drives in, step back from 10 feet. The shot's no good. Rebounded by Childress, and he's fouled from behind by Ace Jaggers. For Jaggers, that is only his first and the team's fourth. Substitution into the game is Carter Robinson. He's got 4 fouls, something to keep in mind. Central Hardin going to come out with a press here. Cougars trail by 2, 2:12 to play here in the fourth quarter. Into Keegan Sharp. Sharp breaks the timeline right up the middle. He's going to set it up now in between the logos. 2 minutes to go in tonight's game. Grayson County trails by 2 against Central Hardin. A handoff pass to McCready, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Decker. For Decker, that'll be his first and the team's 5th. Underneath, no, they're going to pass this in from in front of the Grayson County bench. McCready gives it into Childress. Childress sets it up off to the right wing to Sharp. Sharp inside to Blanton. Blanton inside the lane. The shot is up and good. We have a tie basketball game. River Blanton ties us up 40-40, 1:45 to go. With the basketball on the right side. Decker being chased backwards now by Grayson County. They're not letting him have the lane. Decker, though, making his way inside, off to the left side. Driving in, floater by Jaggers is no good. The rebound's out of bounds off of Grayson County, and that's a good call by the official, Brian Jones. Central Hardin's going to have the basketball. 1:32 to play here in tonight's game. It's tied at 40. Grayson County trying to improve to 2-0, and a timeout is being taken on the floor. Taken by Central Hardin. We'll take it with them. It's 40-40, 1:32 to go. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
259-5696. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Central Hardin has the basketball. They'll pass in from underneath of their own basket. It is 40-40 between Grayson County and the Bruins. 1:32 to go in tonight's game. The Cougars have stormed back in this quarter. The interior pass off the inbounds is into Decker, and his shot's no good. McCready gets the rebound. He's triple teamed underneath. And a timeout. No, is a foul or a timeout going to be called? They're going to call a foul on Decker as McCready was trying to get the timeout. For Decker, that is his second, the team's 7th. So McCready will shoot one in the bonus to try and give Grayson County the lead. McCready to the line. He is 3 of 4 rather, from the charity stripe in this game. The free throw is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Toms underneath for Grayson County. McCready misses the free throw, but Toms helps him bail out. 1:20 to go. It is 40-40 between Grayson County and Central Hardin. The Cougars have the basketball. The senior Keegan Sharp being guarded by the sophomore Decker. To the left wing, Childress. Childress passes down the far baseline to Toms. Toms gives it back outside now to Childress. Grayson County now 60 seconds to go here in this fourth quarter. Sharp drives in. Shot off the right side's no good. Rebounded by Decker. for Central Hardin. The Bruins, an outlet pass down, wide open. Robinson off the left side. The layup's no good. Rebound on the floor is pulled down long by Central Hardin. And a timeout is going to be granted to Central Hardin on the far side of the floor. 46.9 seconds to go here in tonight's game, as the rebound there was pulled down by Preston Keith. And I believe it was just a 30-second timeout taken. If you just joined us, Grayson County led this game by 1 at the end of the first half, 19-18, after Keegan Sharp hit a deep 3 to give them that lead late in the second quarter of play. Sharp also hit a shot at the end of the first quarter. Grayson County, though, since that point, has allowed Central Hardin to extend that lead. Central Hardin's led by as much as 8 points in this game, but the Cougars have stormed back to make it a tie game at 40-40. And what I do like here is both coaches have been in the ears of the officials, and the officials are letting them do it. In a close game like this, they're going to be into it. We don't need any technicals here. I like that the officials are just letting it happen. There's a lot of energy in this building right now. 46.9 seconds on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Central Hardin has the basketball to pass in from the far corner. It's a 40-40 game. They pass it out front to Decker. Decker's going to hold the ball on his left hip, and it might be that Central Hardin will hold for the final shot. Decker's got to dribble it, though, as McCready went back to force him to do something. 30 seconds and counting to play here in the fourth quarter. Can Central Hardin end this one right here? Decker thought about driving, now backs it off with 23 seconds. So you will see that Central Hardin is going to hold for the final shot in this game. 18 seconds and counting. Decker with the basketball, and a timeout is going to be taken by Matt Nickel with 14.9 seconds on the clock. And it'll be a full timeout, 14.9 seconds on the clock in this one. The Bruins will have the ball. .9 on the clock here from the Cougar Den. Sam Gormley with you today. We appreciate you taking the time to tune in, and it's been a heck of a ball game. I mean, it has been everything that you could ask for, and I know I touched on this a little bit in the first half of play, but I love feeling the energy in this building right now. As the Cougar student section right now is, the mascot is here. We didn't get any of that last season, and it just didn't feel right. I know we had some games last year where there were maybe 20 or 25 people in the gym because of COVID-19 restrictions, and it just felt really, really weird. But tonight, it feels good because you have a good-sized student section. You've got Central Hardin fans who are into it. You've got Grayson County fans who are into it. It's just a really entertaining basketball game, and the players have been going at it as well. Central Hardin to pass in from the far side, 14.9 on the clock. As it'll be Elmore to pass in. You've got Elmore, Fredrickson, Decker in the game for Central Hardin. It is Decker with the basketball with 12 seconds, being guarded by McCready, and a foul is going to be called on Chandler McCready. Luckily, Cougars had fouls to give. That is his second and the team's fifth. So Grayson County has fouls to give. 11.3 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. It is 40-40. Central Hardin has the basketball. They pass it out front, nearly taken away by McCready. Decker with the basketball on the left wing with 6 seconds. Out front to Elmore, back to Decker. Decker on the left wing. He'll pull up the three at the left side. It's good with 1 second left. Travis Johnston tried to call timeouts. And are they going to grant it to him? They will not. Central Hardin wins on the three by Decker. 43-40. Travis Johnston not happy with the officials whatsoever, and Central Hardin's players after the game went right into the face of the Cougar student section. Grayson County probably should have gotten about 1.3 on the clock, but regardless, that's the final score tonight. Central Hardin wins the game by a final score of 43-40. We'll come back and wrap it up after this. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI-Kids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSI-Kids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. Now we don't get wet when it rains. I don't get too hot or too cold inside. I can play with my sister. I can play with my brother. I can play with my mother, my father, my family. This is my house.
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 Visit Habitat.org to find out how you can help more families like mine.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
The pandemic changed our world and the way we work, live, and connect. But there are better days ahead.
As a boy, I fought polio. Today, America's been polio-free for 40 years thanks to vaccination. We'll beat COVID-19 with vaccine too. Protect yourself and your family. Get vaccinated.
Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
We've all seen it. People who thought COVID was a myth.
I thought the vaccine was a hoax.
It's hard to breathe.
It don't try to kill you in just one way. It try to kill you in multiple ways.
Now her whole family has tested positive for COVID-19.
That vaccine could have stopped all of this.
I would definitely have opted to get it.
If they're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. See.
Call the COVID-19 hotline at 1-800-232-0233.
Welcome back to the Cougar Den, where Grayson County falls tonight by a final score of 43-40, as the three-pointer with 1 second left was knocked in by Brett Decker, and the final score is 43-40. Central Hardin picks up the win, and this game, to me, feels a lot like the game Grayson County lost to Muhlenberg County a year ago. Well, actually, it's been less than that. It was back on mid-February as of last season, where they kind of won the first half of play. Muhlenberg County pulled up in the third quarter. Grayson County made the comeback in the fourth, and they hit a three to win the game at the buzzer. Obviously, that one was a little different because Muhlenberg had, I think, 1.2 seconds on the clock, and they caught and shot a three at the buzzer to do it. But that's a tough way to lose for Grayson County. They fought back. They held Central Hardin prior to that three to 4 points in the final 7 minutes and 58 seconds of the second half of the fourth quarter. And I think that if you're wanting positives after the third quarter, where you allowed them to have 18 points, that's a positive. Now, I mean, only scoring 40 points, it's tough to win when you only score 40 points in a game, and there's no other way to put it than that. And I'm sure that Travis Johnston will admit that, and that's a tough way to lose. But I think that you did see some good things tonight, and I mean, Central Hardin's a good team. You looked last year, they were 4-14. Well, they were 4-14 in one of the best districts in the region, in the state, I will even say. And of their 14 losses, 6 were by 4 points or less. So I mean, you look at that, you win half of those, and you're 7-11. That's a much different record on that. And sometimes That's just how the cookie crumbles. In fact, I mean, Central Hardin last year, in games not at home, they were 0-10. So this snaps a road losing streak as well for the Bruins. Grayson County, though, they fall to 1-1 on the season. They will host Apollo Tuesday evening. That'll be a 7:30 tip-off here from the Cougar Den. And then 1 week from tomorrow night, they will travel to Edmonson County for what I'm told is kind of some kind of rivalry or something. I don't know. It's something Grayson County, Edmonson County, something with tobacco sticks and all of that. I don't know. We'll learn more about that as we come up for next week. Coming up, though, on our fifth quarter show, we'll run down the scoring from this game, the scores from around the region, and we'll talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Travis Johnston. That comes up and more right here in the locker room on the fifth quarter show on K105.
We the people are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
The life of every child is precious. If you care for a child or teenager with a disability and have limited income and resources, they may qualify for monthly cash payments through the Supplemental Security Income Program, or SSI. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI-Kids to learn more. That's ssa.gov/SSI-Kids. Message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Janine Lucas with Wilson Muir Bank. Our focus is on building communities, and in many of our markets, agriculture is at heart of those communities. We are proud to partner with local farmers and value your role in Kentucky and globally. Our commitment runs deep because we understand your passion for farming. Many of us are farmers ourselves. Whether farming is your pastime or your livelihood, invite us to your operation or stop by our offices and let us know how Wilson Muir Bank can help you grow. Together we build community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 403246.
You by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den, where Grayson County falls tonight by a final score of 43-40 as Hardin hit a game-winning 3 as time was running out. 1 second left. Travis Johnston tried to get a timeout, but it was not granted by the official. And the Cougars fall tonight by a final score of 43-40. If they would have granted the timeout, he would have gotten 1.2 maybe on the clock, and they would have to go the length of the floor to catch and shoot a 3. So you can read into that what you want. You know, do you make the 3 there? Probably not. But again, tough loss for Grayson County tonight. They fall to 1-1 on the season. So we'll try to see if we can't run down a score or two from around the region. And there's obviously not a lot going on. A girls basketball final, Madisonville defeats Hopkinsville 63-40, and Graves County is a winner tonight by a final score of 64-38. South Warren rails Apollo in girls basketball 41-29. That score is halfway through the third quarter. They're going on, I think, from Owensboro tonight. Final score here, Metcalfe County defeats Allen County by a final score of 52-39. And another final score to come in, Ohio County defeats Owensboro Catholic tonight by a final score of 53-29. That's a little bit of a surprising final coming in from third region games. So Grayson falls to 1-1 on the season, losing on a buzzer beater to Central Hardin tonight. When we come back, we'll hopefully get a chance to talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Travis Johnston. That comes up and more right here on the fifth quarter show on K105.
Kentucky's new 5-star school rating system provides parents with an easy way to find out how their children's schools are performing. Star ratings are based on test scores for reading, math, social studies, science, and writing. They are also based on students' academic growth over 1 year. For high schools, ratings are also based on how well students are prepared for college and careers after graduation and the number of students who graduate on time. Visit kyschoolreportcard.com for the latest information on schools in your community.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
Me to bed, see you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
We, the people, are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den, where Grayson County falls tonight by a final score of 43-40. I'm joined now by the head coach of the Cougars, head coach Travis Johnston. And Coach, I was saying that this game, to me, felt, and it might feel the same way to you, but very similar to the Muhlenberg County game here last year.
Yeah.
Where it was your team kind of won the first half, third quarter went their way, and you all came back in the fourth quarter to tie, to only have your hearts ripped out at the end. Do you kind of feel that same way with that game?
Yeah, a little bit. That game was probably a little bit more offensively because we sped it up and stuff then. But, you know, we did enough stuff right to win that game. Obviously, you want to make more free throws, but I don't think that was the end-all, be-all or anything like that. It's just a really good team, and I personally, I believe they're top 3 in the 5th region, which historically, and of course it still is now, was loaded. But they're really good, and they still got some young guys there, and the number 4 Decker point guard's a sophomore, and if he's not this year or next year, he sure as heck's going to be 5th region player of the year one of those years.
He's really good.
He's very, very good and tough to defend, and he made a shot. Now, I would have liked to defend that shot at the end a little bit better. We were trying to do something that we haven't really worked on yet. Our guy didn't get out and hedge as far as we wanted him to, but he also made a 3 with 2 guys on each side and 2 or 3 steps behind the 3-point line. So you got to tip your hat to him. And we played good enough to win. We just didn't win.
In that third quarter, they scored 18 points. In the fourth quarter, for the last 7 minutes and 57 seconds, they scored 4 points. You got to be happy with how the defense stepped up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly if we called a timeout or whatever it was, but I think it was 39-31 at one point, and then of course we go score 9, and then they 9-1 I think, and then of course they hit the 3 at the end. But we take pride in it, and we try to do. That's why we were a little upset with the Breck County win the other night, because we didn't think our defense was very good. We played to the score instead of playing just to play and get stops. And when they scored 18 in the third, that's something we talked about in the huddle. It's, hey, we're not turned up, we're not getting to shooters, we're letting him drive and kick, a couple offensive rebound scores, and they were just getting a little too much and a little too easy. So we did buckle down and guard in the fourth quarter. And like I said, we had 3 single-digit quarters against them. It's just a big third quarter, and it's something that's happened to us the last couple of years, and we're going to have to get a little more mature and step up and fix those problems. But I'm proud of their effort and how they competed, because a lot of guys, especially as hot as they were getting, would have laid down and quit, and we kept battling.
Chandler tonight, I thought, played really well, especially in that fourth quarter. He scored. He had 10 points tonight. He got a lot of rebounds, and I thought he did a pretty good job defensively in that fourth quarter as well.
Yeah, we switched him on to Decker in the fourth. Keegan first off, we got to get Dylan and Owen back. It hurt our depth. Jack is a phenomenal player, and he's going to be one of the best players to come through here when it's all said and done. But he's still got a little growing to do, and they tried to go after him on the defensive end quite a bit, and he did a fine job, but we have to get those two guys back to extend our bench a little bit. Chandler was pretty dead in the fourth quarter, wanted a break with about 3 minutes, and just said, hey, you can't. So
the boss is waving at you.
He gutted it out and said him and River were pretty down a little bit, but they played their butts off, and they were the reasons why we were still in the game. But our guy, they beat us with a little bit of depth, and if you told me we hold them to 43 points, I thought we would have won. So I'm proud of our defense.
This game was, as I kind of said, it was what we missed last year. You had the student section in it, you had the fans in it, and it was on the floor too. It was a very physical game. I don't know if chippy, maybe, I don't know is quite the word used to describe it, but were you happy with how your team, from what I was able to see, for the most part, kept their heads in it?
Yeah, Hunter's technical was a joke.
So they did call it offsetting technicals?
Yeah, they called it double tech.
Okay, we were very curious.
I don't care if I get in trouble for that or not. That was a joke. If you call the technical on the guy who stands over our guy, all Hunter did was step in and tell him to get away from our guy. And as a coach, you like that. You want that guy. We have a rule: 50 laps for a tech. He ain't running 50 laps for that. That was a joke. But it got some chippy there. It got a little chippy at the end of the half. Our guys, I hope, don't start it. Obviously, some kids are going to start it, but we're definitely going to make sure. I wish we'd do it more with our actions instead of trying to use our words and stuff. But like I said, I thought we kept our heads pretty good. And again, that Hunter technical was ridiculous.
Apollo coming up on Tuesday. You get a couple of days to kind of regroup and go to an Apollo team that could potentially have 2 D1 players showing up on Tuesday. Who knows? It's anyone's guess.
Maybe 3. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know. Maybe you can find one, too. You making any trips to Oklahoma or anything? What do you want to see, though, from your team to bounce back on Tuesday?
We got to have that defensive effort. Hopefully I'm not expecting anything, but it'd be nice to get a guy or 2 back. And I like having Friday. We're going to practice really short tomorrow, and then they get the weekend to get their legs, because we had a lot of guys who had to play a lot of minutes tonight. So the defensive effort is what we have to have. Our scoring is going to come. It's going to come. Hunter and Chandler are still a little rusty from football with their shot. Everything else they're doing great. It's just the shot's a little bit, but that's going to come the more time they're in the gym. And whenever Keegan's getting chased around, switched on, doubled, all that stuff, we're going to have some other guys step up. And it can't just be – and it doesn't matter who it is. I think Dylan will fit in really well with that. But we have to have a couple other guys make some big shots.
Coach, we'll see you on Tuesday.
See ya.
That's head coach Travis Johnston. We'll have more here coming up after this.
We the people are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom to peaceably assemble.
Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
Future Designs, your complete home building and remodeling center.
Future Designs has everything you need from design to delivery and everything in between.
From traditional home and building construction materials to the metal roof and siding division, you'll find it at Future Designs.
Quarter paint is also available at Future Designs.
Start at the foundation of any project and work your way up with Futures.
You'll find the product, service, and advice needed for a strong structure.
There's a reason they call it the builder's choice.
Find out why at Future Designs on Quarry Road in Leitchfield.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars fall tonight by a final score of 43-40. As, the Central Hardin team is a good team. We talked about it in the open, and we've talked about it through the game. They were 4-14 last season. Weird year, COVID year. Obviously, anything can happen, but we talked about it as well that, they won only 4 games, but they had 6 of their 14 losses were by 4 points or less. This is a really good Central Hardin team. They were very young last year. They returned just about their entire team, and they showed it tonight, and they pick up the win on the last second shot made. Is 43-40 is the final score here in tonight's game. Running down the scoring from this one, leading scorer for Central Hardin was Brett Decker. He finishes with 17 points, 12 points for Langdon Elmore, 4 points for Jacob Fredrickson, 3 points apiece for Ace Jaggers and for Nolan Stith. 2 points. That's right. I had 2 points here that I didn't see who got the basket. It was on the goaltending call, and I'm not sure who ended up making that. So 2 points should be added to somebody on Central Hardin, and 2 points as well for Preston Keith. For Grayson County, the leading scorer was River Blanton. He finished with 16 points. Chandler McCready added 10. Keegan Sharp had 8. 4 points for Hunter Thompson, 2 points for Jack Logston. Grayson County falls to 1-1 on the season. They will host Apollo next game on Tuesday evening. That is December the 7th at 7:30 will be the official tip-off of that game. Then we'll travel to Edmondson 1 week from tomorrow night to open 12th District play down in downtown Browntown. That'll be about a 7:30 tip-off for that game as well. Tomorrow night, we will be back in action coverage, and the night after that as well. In fact, we got a busy couple of days. Tomorrow night, we'll be making the trip to Radcliffe as the Grayson County Lady Cougars will be taking on North Hardin. That game will be in fact, I'm putting it, I think it's a 7 o'clock start time for that game, Central Time. So 6:40 will be our coverage right here on K105 and K105 Digital Productions. And then on Saturday, we'll be back here at the Cougar Den. That one is a 6:30 start time, so 6:10 will be our coverage beginning on K105 and K105 Digital Productions. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work tonight. Alex Cook was your camera operator, and your director was Cole Snyder. So tonight, where the Grayson County Cougars fall to 1-1 on the season with a 43-40 loss to Central Hardin, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.